Hello everyone. So in last video we discussed about string manipulation function. So in that we discussed about string length. So we discussed only one string manipulating functions. So and then next today in this today's video session we are going to discuss about second string manipulation function. So that one is strcpy. So strcpy indicates string copy. So as the name indicates, string copy in the sense copy one string value to another string. So this string copy function is mainly used to copy one string to another string. So we already know this string copy is also an inbuilt function. So these functions are present in string.h header file. So if you want to use this string function, so you have to include string.h in string.h header file in your program. So here this string copy function will accept two parameter. First parameter is destination address, and then second parameter is source. So what is this source and destination in the sense? So this destination in the sense, so for which string you are going to copy. So that string is ready to accept the value from another string. That one we call as the destination, and then source in the sense from which string you are going to copy. So that string ಯಾವ string ಇಂದ ನೀವು ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೀರ that one is the source. ಯಾವ string ಗೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದೀರಾ that one is the destination. Means if you want to copy the string value from one string to another string, so here in this program we have to declare two string values. So in that first string you have to leave empty, the destination string you leave as empty, and then source string you have to assign a value. So here for string copy you need to pass two parameters or two values. So one is first parameter value is destination address, and then second parameter value is source address. So here, so string copy mainly used to copy one string to another string. From source string to we are going to copy to destination string. That source string address you have to specify secondly, and then destination string name you have to specify first inside the parenthesis. So here we see there are two programs. In these two programs, so first programs we are going to write write a C program to copy one string value to another string with using inbuilt function. So this program we are written by using inbuilt function, and then second program is without using inbuilt functions. We are going to copy one string value to another string. So here first include stdio.h, conio.h. You have to include these two are mandatory, and then next is if you are using string inbuilt function, so then you have to use what? You have to include string.h. Sorry, so here we have some mistake. So include stdio.h again. So you change this one in your notes also. Okay. Wait. So this one change to string.h. So if you are using string inbuilt function in the sense, you have to include string.h header file. Okay. So here you include string.h. Okay. So string.h. So and then main function, inside that main function, here you are copying one string value to another string in a sense. You have to declare two strings. So first one is s1, and here I declare two strings s1 and s2. And then first for s1 I need to assign some value. So for assign value, so that value we are accepting as an input from the user. So that's why printf entire string. So get as of s1. Here we are using get as. Get as is unformatted input function. This one is not formatted. For formatted we have to use scanf, but this one is unformatted. That's why get as of s1 for s1, right? So now you are accepting, or if you are storing value to s1 in the sense this one s1 is source string. So now we have to copy s1 value to s2. So string copy function. So as per the syntax, first we have to mention the destination. So the destination string is what here? S2. So here from S1 to S2 we are going to copy. S1 is the source and S2 is the destination. So in the place of destination you specify S2 string and then comma, separate these two string values by using comma. s2 comma, and then next you mention the source string. Here the source string is s1. So now the string s1 values, so what values you store inside that string s1, that s1 values are copied to s2. So now you print, if you print s2, so then you get a s2, what value you are copied from s1, that value as an output. Printf destination string. So here the destination string is what? s2. Now I am going to print destination string s2. So we are using putas. So putas is a function to print unformatted, unformatted output function. So put string. So putas of s2, then it will print the output as, so whatever value you stored in s1, that same thing here you copy to s2, that value it will be printed. So this is the program to copy one string value to another string value using inbuilt function. So next we write the same program without using inbuilt function, without using string copy, how we can copy one string value to another string. So here we are not using string inbuilt function, that's why no need of string.h. So for best practice I mentioned that string.h in your program. So if you not written this string.h also, it will work. Why? Because we are not using string inbuilt functions, that's why. So here first std.h, connew.h, and then main function. Inside main function here also we need to declare two strings, so s1 and as well as s2. So but here we are not using inbuilt function. So by using looping statements, we are going to copy one string values to another string. So s1 to s2. That's why first we have to take an input for s1. So enter string, get s of s1, same thing. So now here instead of this function string copy, we are using while loop. By using this while loop, you can copy. So while s of n not equal to null character. You already know string always end with null character. Until you reach the null character, you need to copy. So now we have to copy first value to first block value, first string array value to next s1 array value to s1 of 0 to s2 of 0. That's why s here this one is actually s1, correct. This one is s1. Okay. So this one is s1. Change in your notes also. So s1 of n not equal to null. So then s1 of n. So now here only in we initialized int n is equal to 0. Now n value is 0. So n value is 0. So s1 of 0 we are assigning to s2 of 0 until it will reach the null character. And the next you increment n values up to where you increment n values. So this value while loop keep on executing until it reaches the null character. So after it reaches the null character for s2, we need to attach null character at the end of s2. For s2 also we need to attach null character. So now all the values are get copied to s1 s1 values are copied to s2. So here we are using assignment operator. Don't confuse, this one is not equal to operator. Assignment equal to, okay, single equal to. So s1 values were copied to s2. So until it reaches the null character, this s1 s1 what that s1 having a number of characters, that all the characters are copied to s2 except null character. But each and every string always end with null character, right? That's why for s2 also last after it will comes out of from this while loop. So we need to attach null character s2 fn. So at the end value what is there? So for that value, so we attach a null character. So next if you want to see the s2 string output, so what values are stored in the s2, for that you use printf destination string s2 is equal to, so for printing output we use puts. So puts of s2. Okay. So here we are using inbuilt function string copy. Here instead of inbuilt function string copy also we can copy one string value to another string value by using looping statements. Okay. So this one recording string copy function. So in next video we discussed about another string manipulation function, string concatenation. Okay, thank you. If you get any doubts, so please send the doubts in WhatsApp.